Hello, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another Stay Fishy Friday. And you wanna fix us because we're green a little bit. Our camera guy's messing up here. I swear I'm not jaundiced, guys.
Just talk.
I'm saying what's up. I'm making them laugh. So let me go and get this up on my phone. I had literally just come in from outside. I was in the middle of making a video and getting some work done here. So what I was just doing right now will be tomorrow morning's video for you guys. Did a lot of stuff. Got a few more tanks onto the system. And you guys will hear all about that tomorrow morning. That looks great. You're good. You're done. Okay, there we go. Let's pull up these comments. See who's here. We got 75 people. Gotta go mute that.
All right, hi guys. How you doing? It's been so busy here. You guys got to understand. As of Wednesday at 4 o'clock, I've had to watch Tracy 24 hours a day until Monday at 8 a.m. So I have. Christy came over yesterday and babysat for me for a couple hours, but I haven't had no sleep since Wednesday. I'm running a little bit behind. We're having problems in the fish room. We're having floods out there. We found
floods.
Well, there was a major flood.
Those are like mini tsunamis.
Mini tsunamis, okay. Oh my God. So it's just everything's been hitting me all at once. I've had all these people come over, and I have no nurse here. Hoover's not here, so I can't be out there with people, and it's just been crazy. Well, let's move on with this, and we'll wait a couple seconds before the Tracy update. But here, I've got A to Z Fish Rooms asking, "Is Giovanni coming?" Giovanni done came and left. Where have you been, son?
Like a month ago.
Yeah, and we put out 3 videos. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's probably asking because Rod just put out a video.
Oh, is that okay? It could be. In other words, he don't watch our videos. Our own mod don't watch our videos.
So that's what happened to Mara. It's her birthday weekend.
It is her birthday. See, I was supposed to be in Dallas this weekend, and last year I was the Dallas week, and there. And Mara stood in for me. She worked 16 hours a day for 2 days, and then I had Christy spend the night as my babysitter. But I watched Tracy from Dallas all night long on the computer, and then I'd call Christy, wake her up. Hey, you got to suction her out, that kind of thing. And I couldn't do it this year because I asked Mara, and it's her birthday weekend, so she was going to take off for her birthday. And then the last minute, now she's going to, what's that called? Sturgis weekend, and she's off with her boyfriend on the motorcycle for 3-4 days. So she called off for her entire birthday. So not only did I not get to go to Dallas, now I have to fill in for Mara on the day she's missing. So it's, things have been rough lately, and things are getting tough. All right, let's go on with these here.
We might have enough people on for the mom update.
You think? How many?
Hoover just came on, so this is Hoover. Just let you know I'm here.
He's here?
On the stream.
Oh.
There's 121.
You were supposed to be here at 5, 6 o'clock, Hoover.
We got 121 people.
All right, let's go on with the Tracy update. I really don't have much to say for the Tracy update this week, other than the dentist called me, and they're like, I know we have an appointment for the 11th at 11 a.m. We're going to have to reschedule. And I'm like, why? And they're like, well, the doctor ain't going to be there that day. And I'm like, well, then why did you schedule us there? This is a hard thing for us to do, to get out and about and all this kind of stuff. And we've been waiting for over a year and a half for a dentist appointment. And I'm paying cash for this one. Why do we have to reschedule? And I wasn't even that mad yet. I didn't even ask why yet. She rescheduled for me a month in advance. I'm like, look, we've been waiting for a year and a half. Why do we have to reschedule? I mean, I'm paying cash here. It's just this is really perturbing me. And they said there's nothing we can do. The doctor is gone away, so maybe it's his vacation. Maybe it's, I don't know. I can't say, but all I know is they scheduled me for the 30th of this month. And then later on today, I got a call, and they said, you were on the scheduled call-ins just in case somebody canceled. So somebody canceled. Now, our original date was, the 11th of August. And they go, somebody canceled on the 10th. I'm like, well, that's better. That's better than the 30th. Come on. So now we're taking Tracy in for her dental appointment to get cleaned and get her 3 fillings filled to where she won't be in pain no more. And that'll be on the 10th of this month. So that's one good thing. Now, the next good thing, believe it or not, we've had Mara, but we also have Evelyn. She comes on Mondays and Tuesdays. Mara works Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then, Evelyn works every other Sunday. So now Evelyn has decided to leave her other job. She put in her 30 days there, and she's coming here. Well, to me, this sounded great. Now I've got 2 full-time nurses. It didn't work out that way. I got 8 hours more than what I had before. But each nurse is now, instead of working, 8 hours a day, they're going to work 12 hours a day. They've worked this out. One day this nurse is going to work 12 hours, the next day this one, the next day this one, the next day this one. And then Mara is going to fill in the 7th day on Saturday and work 8 hours. So now I'm up to 88 hours of nursing a week, which drops me from 112 to 96, I think it was. So, it's going to be nice because I'll have 7-day-a-week nursing, 12 hours a day, except for Saturday, only 8, which is going to let me be free and do a whole lot more. I can get back out in the community. I can get back out there doing rescues. I can get back out there, helping and that kind of stuff. So, but I've got another week or maybe 2 weeks to wait because she had to put in her 30-day notice.
Yep.
So it's going to be a few weeks yet, but then I will not be working 112 hours a week and then being every nurse's backup. I'll only be working 88 hours. That's what it was, 88 hours a week. And then I'm still their backup in case they don't show.
Ray Aquatics, a member for 20 months, says, Rich, you've been rolling with the punches for longer than I've been alive.
Oh, my God, dude. I've been rolling with the punches.
Of course, the fish.
Thank you. And that's what I've been doing. I never realized it until you just said them words. I have been rolling with the punches nonstop. I mean, what person can go and work 112 hours a week and then work on the rescue and help you out there instead of sleeping? I'm doing as best as I can. And, people are getting mad at me or this, that, because I'm a little cranky. If you don't care. You stop it. If you don't care enough to know that I might be cranky because I'm doing the work of 3 men here, please, just let me out of your life. I don't want to be involved in this. Like, we got this one idiot. I mean, this guy has been a 3-year-long asshole.
Swear jar.
Swear jar, yes. Name is Bobby, geez, I can't even remember now. I keep deleting them all the time. But he writes in and he's like, yo, fat ass, how dare you use your wife to make money and blah, blah, blah. And, you're such a loser. You're a fat asshole. You fake cry on the live streams. Bobby Johnson, that's his name. Now, I tried looking him up by his IP. I found one in Cleveland and one in, was it Idaho or somewhere's over there. I would love to just grab this guy, say it to my face. He's been sending me these emails, like monthly for years, and it's disgusting to me. I don't even want to justify myself. I just want to catch him. But you know what? We're better than that. You all know I do a Tracy update to help you guys, or not to help you, but to keep you guys informed. You all are invested in our lives. You all are our Fishy family. I'm not doing nothing for the money. Our Friday live streams, ask Josh, we don't make much money off them. You know, our it hurts our algorithm on the YouTube big time. And Josh has been wanting to cancel the live stream for what, 2 years now? Year and a half?
I don't know, maybe a year.
Long time. And I've been fighting to keep it because this is my only chance to hang out with you guys and have fun. You know, I am working. I am a nurse nonstop all the time to Tracy. I don't get to go out. I don't get to go hang out. I don't get to go hang out with my friends. I don't get to go play video games. I get to stay here and watch Tracy. And then every time a nurse calls off, I'm watching Tracy. Why? Because I care about Tracy. You guys care about us and you're invested in our lives and want to know what's going on. That's the only reason I give the Tracy updates, is to keep you guys updated. I'm not making money off of that. And this idiot, I mean, seriously, if I've ever met anybody that needs his ass beat, it's this punk. Okay? I'm so tired of hearing his you guys don't even know. And you know, a lot of times you guys are like, hey, just ignore the haters online. But you don't know how much I get. It's ridiculous how much I get. And then this guy here, I sent him back messages like, I feel sorry for you. I can't believe your parents raised you the way that you are. You could be this in you know, uncaring and blah blah blah. And, you know, and he just keeps sending this stuff, and I can't block the email, and it comes through, and I for some reason I have to read it. You know, it kills me.
All right, so a message that I must have not received or haven't looked at, but
Okay.
from June 16th, Colin Doyle, he said, zoom in on my red hook. What is the orange spots all over it? Those orange spots are coloring on the silver dollar itself. We have them out there in our Bellagio. We have red, orange, yellow, green, pretty much all colors of the spectrum. There's nothing bad about
colors of the
You know them little dots on
they're
the
colors. They're not like a foam sticking out or nothing.
Right.
Colin,
That's good.
if it's just a color, you got a wild variation, okay? I have red dots, silver dollars. I have yellow dots. I have orange dots. But if it's something sticking off the side like a lump and it's foamy or whatever.
That little speck of those are just colorations coming out on the side.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. You're good, buddy. You're good. You're good.
All right, let me get back.
All right, let's see some of these messages here.
Someone asked how long a antler cherry biter takes to grow. That depends. If you don't have them on a protein diet, they grow pretty slow. But if you have them on a protein diet, they grow relatively fast. I'd say you can get them from 4 inches up to about 12 in a year.
On their best growth, I would say yes. Can you go take the stuff out of the oven for me?
Yeah. I'm going to go check that tank too.
Okay. So anyways, I didn't finish the Tracy update, but she's doing good. And, you know, I'm really, really talking to her about squeezing my hand because she is at the top of the vegetative state. And, you know, there's other programs that we can get her in once she reaches the minimal conscious state. So she does the eye, closing thing and the eye blinking thing, but it's too you can't really tell if she's blinking or if she's closing her eye, you know? So I'm talking to her daily about squeezing my hand, you know, and once she can get to that point where squeeze my hand if you want, you know, ice cream. She squeeze my hand. Squeeze my hand if you want some Pepsi or whatever, you know. Once she gets to that point, we can move her on to the next level. Right now, she's at the top of the vegetative state, and she is so aware. I mean, when I talk to her in the morning, I'm like, hi, baby, it's time to wake up, you know, before I turn on the suction machine, because I turn on the suction machine and suction her out, and she, you know, I don't want to scare her like that. So I come in and I'm like, hi, baby, it's time to wake up, you know, and she wakes up, and, you know, she'll be sitting there sleeping like this, and then she'll be like, and look towards me, you know. So I know she's there. She's aware. I need her to connect these, neurons in her brain to where she can move her hand. And once she gets to that point, we can open up a whole new thing of physical therapy where the doctors will come out, the nurses will come out, and the physical therapists will come out. We're not able for that program yet because physical therapy needs to have improvement. And if there's somebody in the vegetative state, they don't improve, In other words, if they work for a week and then she takes one step or two steps, next week they're going to need to make 3 steps. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get paid. That's how they're making progress so they can keep on this situation. Right now, she's not making progress with her muscle movements, including, I know that I've told you guys that when I put her on her side, she will, bring her knees up to her chest and sleep in a, what do you call that? The fetal position. That's her favorite. I used to hate that back when we were married and stuff. She's always in the bed and she curl up, And I'm the type of guy, I want to put one arm over your one leg, And she'd curl up into this ball and stick her butt into my belly. Like, Tracy, stop it, But I miss them days now. But anyways, so, she has all these different movements she's doing now, but it doesn't coincide with what the doctor has to call and be able to see that she's squeezing your hand on command. When the doctor asks a question, she can squeeze your hand, yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to get her to that point. So I talk to her every day. I mean, a bunch of times a day. It's crazy. I mean, I fell asleep in the bed with her, like at least twice since Wednesday now, because, I'll crawl up there and, I'll hug her and hold her and, I'll fall asleep for 15, 20 minutes and then the alarms are going off and my alarm's going off. I've got an alarm on the phone for every hour to suction her out, every 2 hours to reposition her, every 4 hours to feed her. And then, diaper changes are, while I'm doing any of that, I always feel the front. If the front's wet, then the back's wet, So then I got to change it. So, sometimes I'll crawl up in bed and tell her how much I miss her and this and that. I'll fall asleep. And 20 minutes later, I'm waking up. What the hell's going on? Where am I? But that's the that's what we're hoping for now, because we've got her feet AFOs. Thank you to somebody that said that to me. And they hold her feet upright so she's not got that ballerina feet. She was starting to get that again. So now we got these AFOs that hold her feet up. And then, I always put a pillow between her legs. Whether she's on this side or that side or straight up, she always has a pillow between her legs so skin don't touch skin. And she's doing so good. I mean, she is so, she's a whole lot easier to take care of than she used to be. She's doing really good, but I want everything all at once. I want her to, wake up and say, "Hi, honey." That's what I want. It ain't gonna happen. As she progresses through this, her neurons got to, remake new connections and learn how to move her arms or hands or legs or whatever. Then she's going to have to learn how to talk again. I mean, it's going to be a long process. And, I'm ready for this fight. Go ahead, Josh.
All right, we got someone chimed in, Raheem, asking how is Peekaboo doing at the vet?
I didn't hear from the vet today. I did not get an update on that. I talked to him yesterday, and he said he was accepting fluids and doing okay. But it's called renal failure or something like that. Something the doctor, the doctor said it was renal something. And, he hasn't eaten in a long time. So they've been force feeding him with a tube down his throat and, giving him liquids, that kind of stuff. And, I mean, it's like the worst disease a tortoise can have. And, now I talked to the guy yesterday that we got Peekaboo from, and he said, "Oh, yeah, my mom said that, he hasn't eaten in a while." So the 3 or 4 weeks that we had him, he wasn't eating. If they'd have told me ahead of time that he wasn't eating, we could have taken him straight to the vet. They didn't mention nothing like that when they gave him to us, you know? So, I mean, they mean well, but this is information I could have used. I wouldn't have waited 3 or 4 weeks before taking him to the vet. I thought he wasn't eating because of the new move, and he's in a new situation with turtles around him. You know, I'm thinking.
You know, when Chompers came here, he took 3 weeks before he ate.
Right.
He was so scared and in his shell.
Yeah.
Same thing with Littlefoot.
No, Littlefoot, he was instantly.
First thing I got him to eat was a tomato on the back porch. I remember him. He was on the back table, and I enticed him with greens and a tomato. He ate the tomato and then proceeded to eat all the greens.
Well, now he's the first one at the food. He's like running towards it. He's funny. I had him out in the grass today, and him and Chompers, and I set them both down. I set Chompers down first, and he was all in his shell. I went back, I got Littlefoot, and I set him down next to him. Littlefoot comes out, starts eating, then Chompers comes out, and he starts eating. Next thing you know, they're both eating. So
You asked if Laura met Grandma Tracy yet. Yes, she has.
well, yes and no. Laura hasn't been here on one of Tracy's moments of clarity. So basically, you know, Tracy's laying there and she's staring off like this. And Josh put the baby on her chest. And I'm like, Tracy, and no reply. No, nothing, you know. So I don't think Tracy has actually met Allura. I think that we put Allura on her chest while she was just out of it, you know. So in one of her moments of clarity, she's going to realize, and then she'll have tears out her eyes, I know, you know. So she hasn't met Allura yet, but we've had Allura by Tracy, what, twice now?
Twice.
We're going to keep trying, but, you know, we can't. Like the second time we had her, you know, Josh put the baby down on her chest there, and Tracy went to coughing. Well, she's not covering her mouth. She's not trying nothing, you know what I'm saying? We had to move the baby real quick. So it's not Tracy's fault, but we have to introduce them when Tracy's, you know, hearing. Now, a lot of times I can't speak when I talk about Tracy. Keep going. Every time I speak about Tracy, I go to tearing up, and it's hard, you know. So I talk to Josh, and he's going to take over every time that I try, you know, and talk to Tracy, and I have to stop.
Hell no, they're going to bear through it.
Oh my goodness, I get no help nowhere. So it's hard for me to talk about her because I've never had someone die in my arms before, let alone somebody I loved. You know, she was my life. You know, I talk about her, and it just gets hard.
Hey, we got Alexander Stengel.
I'm trying to finish here. You're taking over. Thank you.
Look at my hands compared to your hands. Like you're orange, I'm white.
Oh no, I'm tanned. You're nothing. But no, here. Open this up. That's a man's hand, right? No, that's a man's hand. Wait. This is what you got to look forward to in life, buddy.
I hope not. All right, we got Alexander Stengel, $20. Says add towards Fishy food. Pink for Team Tracy.
Oh my goodness.
XOXO, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Someone was asking what the drinking word is. We forgot all about it.
Either Tracy or Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Everybody's asking about Peekaboo. This is the fourth day he's at the vets. This is costing us some money. They're giving him.
It was last week. We talked about it last week on the live stream.
7th day. Oh my God. This is crazy. I can just imagine his bill. It's going to be crazy.
We got $10. Rob Bovino says, happy Friday from Louisiana. Bigrich, don't let that internet troll get to you. Love what you guys do. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you, but if I can only find out where he lives, I could be like, say it to my face.
I'm gonna hurt you.
You're gonna hurt me? Well, that's so cute of you, Pumpkin.
Moby Dick of Dopeness asks, how is Alora sleeping and eating?
Yeah, is she sleeping through the night yet?
She is eating like a monster and not sleeping.
Son, I really feel for you. No, I don't.
So between me and Brittany, we try and like trade off nights, or at least that's how it seemed. Because like some nights I'll get up and I'll try and feed her so Brittany can sleep.
Well, Josh is off work right now.
Other
so
nights,
they got that
Brittany does it. And once I go back to work, it's gonna get a whole lot harder.
No, by then she should be sleeping through the night.
Hope so.
Hope so. Let's cross our fingers. Otherwise, you've got a lot to deal with when you come home from work. I mean, you've got the sweetest, nicest old lady, but you're going to be mean. You know, I'm just saying. Oh.
Where am I at? Brandon Hughes said, Josh, I want to know, are you exhausted yet? I'm not exhausted. I'm, just rolling with the punches as well. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, on a good day, I was used to getting maybe 5 hours of sleep. So, it is what it is.
Where's the sleep with that baby? Oh my
No,
God.
I said I used to on a good day.
Yeah, no.
So, like, I'd go to bed at midnight, wake up at 5 a.m. for work. Where are we at? Josh is a China doll. What you mean? Oh, you're talking about me with the white skin compared to his brown skin.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty tan. You should see me next to Brittany.
Look at his thumb compared to my, or this compared to my this. I'm such a cute little boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, Holden Cameron says, I got a lot of questions tonight, guys. Ask away. Ask away, everybody. Oh, I got you, honey.
Love from Kansas City. Wondering if you guys ever had a pictus catfish. We've had plenty.
We've got a bunch now out there now.
We actually have one that is close to a foot.
Isn't that the 7-line pictus? There's other pictuses too.
Yeah.
We've got a couple other ones, but the 7-line is at the 750.
Bigrich and Josh, is it easy to keep a stingray? I've been in the hobby for 3 years and I want to have a stingray.
Oh, I'd say get one. They're awesome.
You just have to have super clean water. Just maintain your water changes. Stingrays have a large bio load that comes with them.
And they don't live very well in nasty water, so
yeah,
they'll be the first to die. So if you've got good filtration and your water's good, I'd say get one. They're awesome.
Aaron Cazzali says, did you ever find Bruce? I did not find Bruce yet. My shark.
Right there, stop
He's
it.
not. I looked for
Then
him.
he's on the shelf.
I looked.
I did not take him away.
You hit him.
Yeah, on the shelf. He's right there.
He's
somewhere.
not.
He is.
No, he's not.
I did not take your shark away. Look under the table.
He's not there. Get you for this.
Here's Bruce.
Get you for
this. He's there somewhere.
I don't know. Where are we at?
You need to move closer to your table.
We got David Jasper. $10. He said, heartbroken about the tank meltdown, but happy you saved as many as you did. Me too.
Oh my God, if you guys would have seen, I took a little video, so it might be in my next video. But oh my God, we went out there, we turn on the lights, and we see, the first thing we see is the 3,000, and then we see the 600. The 600 was gray. We couldn't see through it from front to back, and then we noticed all the rays floating at the top. Some are upside down, some are right side up, but they have death curl. The whole end of their fins are curled up. Once you got death curl, you'll never get a ray back, I thought. Somewhere at the bottom with death curl. Somewhere at the bottom upside down. And I'm like, ah! And Josh runs from the tank over to the 1,000 and then turns around and runs back and goes, help me! I'm like, help you what? I'm freaking too, but he's freaking, he don't know what to do. And he said, help me! And I said, help you what? And first thing, he looked in there and he saw one of them, the spiracles, right behind their head, they open and close. That's their breathing. He saw one of them move. He's like, oh my God, one of them's alive. So I was like, take them all, throw them in the 3,000. And he just took a net and just started throwing them over. It's instant better water, okay? So he took these fish and he put them over there. They were down on the bottom of the 3,000, like 4 or 5 were upside down. Some were still floating in the 3,000. And we got everything out of the 600 or 650, whatever it is. Next thing you know, about 20 minutes later, all the rays had recovered except for one. They were all swimming around. We had the one ray was upside down at the bottom, the Paraiba, and then the Tigrinus. They did not come back. So we lost those 3. But if we'd have been 10 minutes later, what time was that we went out there?
I got here at, 10?
10 o'clock in the morning. If we'd have went out there at noon, they'd all been dead. Everything. It just happened to be, they just were dying on their way out, and we caught it. So we threw everything in the 3,000. And so many 8 stingrays recovered. The Pima was alive, and the leucistic alligator gar is still in the 3,000. We got to get him.
Melanistic. No, he's not.
Melanistic. You got him in the 600? Oh, you put him in the 750. Okay. So, we only lost, which is terrible, one of our best stingray babies, the Tigrinus and the Paraiba, which I hate to say only because that's about $2,000 right there, or $2,500. But we got to save the rest because of the situation, the timing. If we'd have been 10 minutes later, we wouldn't have had any fish left in that.
Goliath Tigerfish update. They are getting fat and hungry. They eat every single day.
Yeah, they're doing really good.
We've got the 2 Goliath Tigerfish and the 2 Armadas in the same tank, along with a bunch of others, and they're doing well now, but I soon suspect that the bigger that they grow, some of them's going to get an attitude, and we might have to start dividing them up.
No, so we're going to put them into a bigger tank together. I want to keep them together is the deal.
We'll try. But that's a hard, alley to go down. I mean, we wanted to always try like 5 and 5 to see if numbers help, but 2 and 2. At the one time, we had 3 Armadas together, and it worked. We went and got all them 3 Armadas. The biggest Armadas was 28 inches, a 26, and like a 24, and they were great for a long time. We had them 2 Goliath Tigerfish. What changed?
Yeah. What did we put in with them? What changed? Why don't we have them now?
We've never been able to get an Armadas above 30 inch, which we're going to try and beat that now.
Yeah. But why not, beat our own scores?
I mean, it's just been, fluke accidents throughout the years. You walk out there and the Armadas is laying on the bottom of the tank dead. Like, we don't know what's wrong, but we know what we can try differently next time. And, the last time we had all 3 of them tanks came from a 300-gallon. Could you imagine a 28-inch Armadas in a 300-gallon tank, a 8x2 by 30? We brought them here and put them in the 3,000, and they lived there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then they slowly just dropped off. We've had friends that had what? Vince Wu had a 3-foot one.
He gave it to us actually, but we couldn't transfer it here.
Yeah,
because they're so skittish.
Do not transfer well. Armadas, tigerfish, and tarpon are the 3 hardest fish to transport at any size.
The least of them was the tarpon, and we passed on the tarpon because we could not take it from California to home. And then Rod from Predatory Fins.
The Armadas.
No, that was the tarpon. Rod from Predatory Fins showed up like a week later and got his 3,000-gallon tank. That's why he's got the tank now. And then took the tarpon with him. Wait, 30-inch tarpon or 30-inch Armadas?
30-inch Armadas, I think.
It was the tarpon. As soon as he moved it, it died. He had it in his 6-foot round tub, and it died in transport.
Okay, so the video you released, it was a 4-foot tarpon that you took. It died in transport when you got to Texas.
That was us, yes. Okay,
and
yes.
he took the Armadas,
yes.
And it died.
We decided not to take because you couldn't transfer this fish. We tried on the tarpon, and it died on us.
They transferred the Armadas from, less than 30 minutes away, one facility to the next, and the Armadas died.
That's what it was. That was 2 years ago. That was crazy.
OBG Foster, $5, says, moving to Northeast Ohio soon. My landlord confirmed they allow my bird and they allow fish.
Uh-oh. But I guarantee she didn't tell her landlord how many fish. Good going, OBG Foster. No, she told me that she's moving up close to us in Canton. So, she could come by and help out this and that. And,
cool.
She's been so far away she couldn't, help out before. But, yeah, we're going to hook her up and, set her some, tanks up and, fish or whatever she needs.
Jim Sheasley, $10, says, for Tracy's Tooth Fund. Thanks, Jim.
Aw, thanks, Jim. You were supposed to come over this week. You never showed up. Or is that next week?
You never told me.
I don't remember, but you were supposed to come over this week. Reaper will be in New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania and New York tomorrow. So Sunday, which I think is the next day Jim was supposed to come over, we might not see Reaper here. He might be cranky and tired. When he gets cranky and tired, I let him go home and I leave him alone. All right, here you go. OBG Foster says, is Brett Raymer coming for Thanksgiving? No, but, I'm seeing him at the Chicago Aquashella, and I'll talk to him then because, he said last year he was going to come out and help us with the Dwight Howard tank, and he's never showed up. And, you don't want to be like, hey, you said you'd be here. What's up? So I'll talk to him. I'm like, yeah, I know things are busy, guy, but let's try and get this done. The viewers are waiting to see, blah blah blah. So I'll find out come Chicago Aquashella. I think that's in October.
Kevin Josie, $10, says, give your dad a wet willy.
No, Kevin, and you go fight, son. He used to send all this beef jerky, and we loved Kevin. Now he's sending wet willies through the mail? No.
We got DT, $20. He says, God bless the fish that passed on. I feel so sorry for them, hoping for better times ahead.
Of course. Thank you very much. We do our best to save them all. Can't save them all, but we try. Holden Camburn says, Bigrich, how's your back since the Lily rescue? Hope it's feeling better. Yes. Oh my God, you don't understand. The next morning, I woke up and I went to walk down the stairs from my kitchen to my laundry room before the fish room. My legs were shaking like I had just worked out 12 hours on leg day. I went to walk down and it was shaking. I'm like, oh my God, it was bad. All of my back, my shoulders, my neck, all this back here, it all hurt. I was sore for 2 days. And I'm like, wow, that was like a big workout, because I was bending over, picking up. You seen how heavy that was. You tried taking them out of the tubs. I was picking them up and putting them in the tubs, which was soaking wet, and then in the tub. You were trying to take them out and, float them, and it was still heavy to you. So I worked my butt off that day, and yeah, thank you for carrying, but I recovered. I'm good. I'm ready. No more leg workouts though.
Yeah, that smell, that frustration, I would have said, "Yep, no lilies."
Yeah,
for me.
Josh would have told him, no, I don't want these lilies. He would have left. Trust me. I endured. That smell was horrible. That was muck at the bottom, and that's where all these roots were growing in, is the muck at the bottom. And then I had to bear hug it, pull it up and out. And then I just took a shower. I woke up, I took a shower, I'm ready to go. I get the call. You have to come today. They're draining the pond. Okay. So I just took a shower. I'm thinking, I'll just grab them from the sides, and I'll grab a couple of lilies, put them in pots. It'll be cute. But that did not work out. I was in that mud, but it was so stinky. It was nasty. And then the next day, Josh was like, it stunk so bad.
Jim Sheasley, $5, says Sunday around 1, and I'll be ready to work as long as I don't have to lift anything heavy.
All right, Jim, we'll be ready for you, buddy.
Halo 3, $2, says much love. Curious if you ever had a Pictus cat. We certainly have. We answered that a little earlier. At all shapes and sizes.
Okay, so Hoover says he's here, but are you here? You're here in the stream.
You are at 6:04, the beginning of the stream. It is now 6:42.
I'm still at 6:10 right now.
You're at 6:04 p.m.
Okay.
You are scrolling up, not down.
No, I'm scrolling down.
Jesus.
Chris Tucker says, I've been waiting for over a year for you guys to get at Geophagus. Hope one day you have a school of them with
We've had
substrate.
Many Geophagus. We had a whole breeding colony that we gave to Nick Ivar, and then probably 6 months later they came back to us and we gave them out again. It's just not something that we're too, fond about. We don't want to keep everything that comes in to have one of every species.
We couldn't possibly keep one of everything that comes in. Like, we're not Noah. We cannot keep one or two of everything that comes in. We don't have the room for it.
So we keep things that tickle our fancy,
Which are monsters.
So we've actually been talking, both me and my dad. There's actually some stuff like in our tanks that we kind of want to sift through and get rid of some things. And
you guys will notice soon coming up, we're going to be getting rid of a lot of different things. We're trading off to this other guy we're talking to. We're going to be getting rid of a bunch of fish that was our own, not anything that was, donated to us, but fish that we bought. Fish that I've gotten Josh for his birthday, fish that he's gotten me for my birthday type thing. And we're trading off for these better fish that we want. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a big thing coming soon. Trust me, we're working out a deal with these people. And, they have a big, fish room, and we're working out a trade.
Where are we at? Fishing with Dano, so that's probably why potted lily pads are pricey. That is why they are also loved by many. You can pick up the pot and move them where you want.
Right. Pretty light, too. About 20 pounds a pot.
I cannot.
No, these were like
stand
150 pounds of wet muck, mud, and roots and tubers. And it smelled like death. I mean, like dead bodies. They were growing around. It was horrible.
Did you just dig up someone's grave and not tell me about it?
I could have. Richard B says, hello, everyone. Looking for a Play-Doh 4 to 5 inches. Hope it's okay. We have hundreds of them here. Come get a Placo.
Again, you're at 6:05. I already answered him.
Oh, did you?
Uh,
Well, I'm catching the things that you didn't. You only answer the things with what do you call it? Donations or
no.
I'm answering every question up to
I
there.
answer intriguing questions that people can benefit from while the stream goes on. If you want, stuff to be answered, keep asking. Someone just asked about Oscar that laid eggs. Do you think the male could be infertile? It's possible. It's possible that you have two females and the female just laid eggs and the eggs have not been fertilized yet. The male could be infertile. It's kind of hard to say, but there you go. Someone said, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's a strange noise every time you guys are talking, almost like a robot effect. I already got that like 37
Stop
minutes
it.
ago.
You don't have to dig in.
So the robot noise is not for everyone on the stream. That has to be just you. What I would do is close out the app and reopen it and see if that fixes it. I just tested it on my phone, which is a different network, and it comes through just fine. Where are we at? Someone asked a question.
Okay, Moby Dig of Happiness says there are 160 hours a week. If you have coverage for 88 hours, you're down to 80. I'm not down to that yet. I'm still working the 112 hours a week until Evelyn can come here. Okay? She's not here yet. She had to give her a 30-day notice. So once they change, then I will be having a nurse 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and a nurse 8 hours a day on Saturday. Whatever them hours are, then, I'll be working that. Right now, I'm still working 112 hours a week. But thank you for trying to correct me.
Someone said I have a baby electric blue Jack Dempsey with 2 Corys. Should I eventually take the Corys out? When the Jack Dempsey is large enough, he can probably eat the Corys, so yes, I would. People asked, how is my daughter doing? She's doing great. We answered that a little bit earlier in the stream.
Well, they asked how your daughter's doing?
Mm-hmm. And they also asked, and your wife. I hope you're doing great.
She's all right. We love you, Brittany.
Ava asked how the paddlefish are doing.
Oh, they're doing good.
I was given a baby flower horn 5 months ago. One is female, one is male. The male has turned orange, but his hump doesn't seem to be growing. There are certain things you can do to help get the hump to grow, and sometimes they just don't grow. There's food that you can feed them, the water quality, trying to groom them with the little sticks and trying to get them to fight their reflection, stuff like that. Could also, spark it to grow a little bit. Where are we at? Bigrich and Josh, it's easy to care for a fly river turtle. I want to get one of them. My mom was also concerned.
They're very easy to take care of.
They are.
They're
But
just expensive.
they are expensive, and you have to make sure that, again, they don't have dirty water. Again, they put a much larger bioload than normal fish onto a tank. So, say if the turtle gets sick, fly river turtles and specifically, are more susceptible to a fungal, infection than normal fish. And if they get a severe fungal infection, they could die easily from it. And the easiest way to treat a fungal infection on a turtle is iodized salt. If you use iodized salt in with a tank of fish, you're going to kill everything in the tank. So you have to, play a happy medium there and give the turtle the best care that it can. And also look out for the fish if you're wanting to have fish in the tank as well. And smaller turtles are more susceptible than large turtles. Kathy Aponte, $5. Says, late today, but here. How is your back, Rich?
Hi, Kathy.
What kind of fish were in the quarantine tank? They were white with long tails. Huh?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Kathy, you don't live but an hour away. You can come by anytime and check things out.
Yeah, no idea what fish you're talking about. I don't think I have anything right now that's white with long tails in like the last 3 weeks. So it's kind of hard to say. Lori Kish, $5, says, hit that like button, everyone. Let's raise that number higher. Peekaboo. Fishing with Dano says, my flare eel won't stop going into his hang on the back filter. Any ideas on how to keep him out? You could, option A, get rid of the hang on the back filter and call it a day. You could also put sponges. I don't know what kind of hang on the back filter you have, but if there's a lid to it, you can put sponges up there so the water can travel through. The eel cannot get over. You can also put spacers under it so the water's dropping in farther so the eel cannot swim upstream and get into the hang on the back. I think that's about it.
I mean, they're asking about the quality of the streams. We've upgraded to, and this was about 6 months ago, WOW cable is 100 megabytes per second. So we're at the gigabyte network. We've got 1,000, yeah, whatever it is, 1,000 megs. We're at the gigabyte network. We're at the most they offer other than, business like. We do not have availability to get optical yet. So we are at a gigabyte network. So we upstream, we low, and my thing is only at 12%. My what is this here? This is what it's called, OBS software. Now we're at 14%. That's all. I mean, it's barely anything using our network, and we're doing good. So if there's anything that's lacking on anybody's, computer, it's not ours. We are sending it. We can upstream at 100 megs a second. We downstream at 1,000, megs a second. So we're good to go. But if you're having problems, just shut it down and restart it, and you should be good.
Someone said they're talking about the little cichlids in Reaper's video in the bottom tank. Those are like
What are they?
I have no idea, but there's some type of chroma cichlid, a type of African cichlid.
They're all the same thing.
I've been trying.
We brought
to
like
keep
150. We've been giving them away.
Yeah, for a long time. Damn, I lost it.
Dougie says, Big Rich, you're my hero. My mom has never seen this show, but asks me about you every week. Aw, tell your mom we love her. She sounds like a sweetheart.
How's the largemouth bass doing in the peacock bass tank?
He's actually doing good.
He's doing
surprised
great,
me. That surprised me.
I'm getting ready to actually pull him out. He eats like 10 pieces of food to the peacock bass 1. He's just a gluttonous bastard.
He's a largemouth bass. That's what they do.
So I'm probably going to take him out to the way back pond and just let him go.
He can live in there. He'll eat all the little bluegills and stuff.
Yeah. People keep talking about, oh, here we go. This is it. Holden says, can you keep a marble-to-car catfish in a 125-gallon tank, Josh?
Sure, for a little bit.
First little bit of its life, but them marble-to-cars can get over 3 foot long.
We have 3 of them at 36 inches out there, and they get that weight within like 3-4 years.
Yeah, they get huge. They get massive. Although they are one of my favorite catfish because they get large, they have a smaller mouth than, say, like a red tail.
But my favorite thing about them is I had a bunch of them in the 3000 before the 3000 became the Pacu tank.
It's going to be back there, catfish.
You think? Okay. They have these long, They're feelers. They're, what are they called?
Tentacles.
They're tentacles. They're
whiskers.
They're whiskers. Whatever. People think that they can get poked by them. No, that
or stung.
They're stung. Yeah, no, that's just their tongue. They taste by them. Okay, so when we would come up to the 3,000-gallon tank and we'd put a bunch of shrimp on the top and we start dropping them in, all of these marble cara cats, or what's the other name for them?
So you got the marble cat, a chara, Peruno cat.
Peruno, it was one, yes. And a chara cat. All these fish were the same thing, and they'd come up and they would put their feelers out of the water and they'd be like touching you, and it would be all over your hands while you're trying to put food in there, and they're tasting you, they're feeling you, and they'd come up and I loved that. That was awesome. We don't get that out of the 10,000 because we just throw food up in and drop it, or the 4,400 tank they're in now. So I'd like to get them back to the 3,000 because that was a much more intimate thing between me and my fish.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. So me and Dad have been talking. We want to, just move certain fish around, make things better, lessen the load. We want to take the stingrays, our breeders. We want to put them all in the 4,400.
Well, the reason we didn't do that, and I just stop you for a second, is because it would be so hard to jump in there and get the baby rays out.
But then he thought about it. He's like, I don't have to do it.
Stop it. No, I always look out for you, buddy. So the thing is, we don't have any other fish in there that would eat them, like an arapaima or something, So now they're in our best water, but that water feeds all these tanks, and they're in there with Bruiser, the 3.5-foot arapaima. So if they had babies, he would eat them. So it would be better for us to put them in the 4,400 because they're in a tank that's maybe 36 inches deep, and they can't breed that easy because they have to turn a 36-inch female over and be able to attack her. They can't do that in a 36-inch water. So if we put them all into the 4,400, they can breed better. Then if there's babies, Josh would have to come over and go in and get them, because we'd have to feed them separately. We have to give them, bloodworms and stuff like that, to feed the babies where they wouldn't get that into the 4,400. We can't drop bloodworms in. They'll get all eaten before they get to the bottom. So we would have to get the babies out, put them in their own baby ray tank, and then we can, spot feed them much better. So, we're thinking the 4,400 is the best for the rays because of breeding facility. Now, go ahead, Josh.
Where was I at? Oh, yeah, stingrays in the 4,400. That means the catfish are probably going to come out and go back into the 3,000, which leads us into why I'm doing my video tonight that you guys are going to see tomorrow. So it's going to work out better for everyone in the end. So just go ahead and stay tuned, and you guys got a little teaser.
So basically, you didn't tell them nothing.
I told them we're going to make room for the stingrays in the 4,400. Some fish are coming out. Things are getting moved around everywhere.
Right.
So stay tuned.
I got you, honey.
Kathy Aponte, $5 says, as Reaper would say, I must not be a spring chicken anymore. Hashtag Team Tracy. I will come out soon. I miss y'all.
Okay. Charlie's aquatic nook, he was fretting because he donated, two of the rays. And he thought, out of the rays, his two died. And he was fretting it. And next thing you know, we only lost one. I kind of
did that video making them seem like everything died. And I kind of dragged
it on. We wanted them to show what we felt.
Yeah.
Because we thought everything was dead.
Yeah.
But we didn't have no pictures of it. If they'd have saw what we saw with the rays floating up top with the death curl, and then the ones upside down and the ones on the bottom upside down, and that's what we saw. We turned on the lights. We're like, ah! Josh runs to one side of the room, runs back. Help me! I helped you what? You were spazzing, buddy. So I get it, and we I hate to say it, we only lost one, but it was our best quality baby ray. So it hurt. It hurt really bad.
Ambrose says the suspense was great, Josh. Good video. TX Marine, $20. Says it's been a while, guys, but thank y'all for getting us all together. Tracy.
Oh,
Thanks for answering my questions, Josh, about my red hooks. Bigrich, don't let that punk MF get under your skin, sir.
Oh, but he did. I want to meet up. I want to, talk to me in person. Tell me this to my face, you little piece of, I want to introduce him to my club. You know what I'm saying?
Tim Myatt says, what is the ideal temp for breeding in Bunas? The hotter you have it, the more they'll want to breed, the more they'll want to eat.
Quicker, yes, and the quicker the gestation, everything.
So I'd say 82 to 85. They'll be, most ideal to breed. Hi, Josh and Big Rich. Can you guys do a video fishing at the pond near where you live? And take the fish we catch and put them in your natural pond. We don't want to do that.
Oh, see, you never want to remove fish from a natural area, catch and release. If you want to fish, go fishing and then release them. If we take them from there and put them in our little pond, it's like putting people in jail. Do you want to be, let's say you're sitting there watching TV or playing video games, the roof comes off your house, a hand comes in, grabs you, and then takes you, and then puts you in a jail cell, and now you've got this much room to move around. It's never good. It's not good for people. It's not good for fish. It's not good for hamsters. It's not good for anything. You know what I'm saying? So, if you can, yay, you caught them. Great. That's awesome. Now release them into the wild. That's better. Why call in a rescue to take care of these fish that could have lived in the wild? You know what I'm saying? We try all the time to. There's been very few fish that we can release in the wild, because once you bring them home and you raise them for 4 or 5 years in your tank, they don't have the skills to be in the wild. They'll just die. So it's.
Charlie's Aquatic Nook says, I'm a she. This is Jody. Reaper picked up my rays in Michigan. Rich, I'm a she. Oh, wow.
No. Charlie's Aquatic Nook says, someone tell Rich this is Jody LeRae and I'm not a dude. Jody, I know you. You gave us that 150-gallon tank. You are a female for sure. I know this because I was there, and I talked to you, and you set up the whole Charlie from
Charlie, and you might have said he when he talked.
I may have. It's simple, but no. We took Charlie from the Dort Mall. That was all set up by Jody. I mean, she did the work, and I know I did get your name wrong because it's LeRae. I don't know. But it's spelled LeRae, and I corrected Josh once and said it was LaRue because that's what I thought it was, but whatever. But I know you're a female, and I remember you completely. I know you, Jody. It's okay.
Havoc says, I never realized fish could puke. Yes, they can. And
oh my God,
they do. Puke up their stomach acid.
We deal with a lot of that.
It dissolves bones because, they eat fish, they dissolve the bones. And when they puke that up, that acid is just nasty. And catfish are the absolute worst.
We decided because of this last incident and what we lost, we're not keeping catfish with any other fish other than the pacu. So our big catfish are going in with the pacu.
Let's see. Next question.
Well, you got to understand, stingrays need top quality water. They definitely cannot live in puke water. You know what I'm saying? So all of our fish, now pacu, they will outlive anybody. You can throw them on the bank for a half hour and put it back in the water. They'll be fine. Like gars, Hey, Will Star's here tonight.
Will Star says Hoover needs to get in the tank with Tessa like they did on Shark Week. I
know he's pushing that, but Hoover will not do it. Hoover is.
I let myself get shocked by him.
Right,
it's tingly.
The way that they're talking about is they had Wee Man, Little Man. go in there in a like 100-gallon tank, and they had a fish like Tesla, and they had Wee Man touch him with his foot. When he touched him, Wee Man got the shit shocked out of him, and he was like, and he's clawing at the side of the tank, and he's trying to get out. Finally got out. He's like, I'm not doing that again.
I got a better idea. Since it's Will Star's idea, why don't you come over and do it, buddy?
Having Will Star do it. Yes, we will do that.
Let's come over. I'll get the whole production stage.
We got a 1 foot by 4 foot by 10 foot tank for you. You can stand it.
I swear it's not that bad, bud. Not that bad.
Come on, Will Star. This will make you a star. A true star. If you come and do this, Will Star, we will put out the video of you making the baskets, claiming that you're better than LeBron. We will put out that video for you.
Where are we at? Bigrich and Josh and Reaper, God bless you three, and hope good health to you all. Anton says, get on it, Will Star. Take a hit for the team. You got to do it, bud.
You got to, Will Star.
Kathy said, you first, Josh. I've already done it. If you guys did not see it, it was on TikTok. Brooke Hawley said, Will Star left the OFR team. Yes, he did.
Bye, Will Star.
Raheem says, come on, Will Star.
That's hilarious. I got you, honey. Suction her out right now.
All right. If you guys have any questions, get them in the chat. I am now caught up to the bottom. Hassan Muhammad is back from Germany.
You see what Will Star said?
Yeah.
He claims he's better than LeBron. And I laughed at him for like a year. And then he sent me the video, and he made like 15 shots in a row from anywhere on the court. He just kept on making shots. He's like, "What? You need another? Here's another. Oh, you want me from over here? Here you go." And he does a 3-pointer, and he never missed one. I was impressed. But you can't claim you're better than LeBron if you don't come on here and show it in person,
Andrew John says, you guys are awesome and I love your videos. Thank you. Goose asked if you ever kept betas. We have, and I actually have one now. He's actually in my office at work. I actually have one of my coworkers taking care of my tank at work while I'm out on paternity leave.
Full paid paternity leave. What a great job he has.
4 weeks.
I love it. 4 weeks. That's amazing. I've never heard nothing like that.
Dad Life of 2 said, seen the Greg Woodstock video of the Monster Pond, the cichlids have taken over. That is true.
They have, but, they're not really taking over. They're taking over a third of the pond, But if you go under there with a snorkel and a mask and you're videoing, it is amazing to see the life, the babies, it's amazing how many are there, and then the big guys coming through, and it's amazing. I want, I don't know why people keep saying remove the cichlids. I don't want any of them gone. I will let them keep growing. We're actually getting ready to fill both ends of the pond with rocks and giving the cichlids place to breed.
So each end of the pond that they stacked up rock and backfilled are now going to be taken apart and be caverns, so the fish can go into and hide and breed.
Backfill.
So you'll actually gain a little bit of water volume, because if you stick a rock in the water, that water is displaced by the rock. So technically, if you do a dimensions on a tank and say you have a 20-gallon tank and you put in rocks in the bottom, you're only filling it with 9 gallons of water because of those rocks. So we're actually going to gain water volume from it, but it's only going to make the life better for the fish.
Right. And we're wanting more cichlids. They're not scared of the big guys. The big guys cruise through, and you've all seen videos of sharks cruising through, and all the fish are staying away. These cichlids are like right up there, and the big guys don't go after them. So they're not scared of the big guys because they're not picked off all the time. They'd rather sit there and wait for us to throw in a big chunk of tilapia instead of chasing and exerting all this power to go after this little fish. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to throw you in there. Meet
Hey,
you.
what's up, Uber?
Mail.
He's here. Oh, more? Okay. Cool. Uber's here.
Where was it? Someone asked about silver arowana and how they get drop eye. Arowanas get drop eye because they're feeding too much protein. Basically. They get too much fat behind their eye and it pops their eye in the socket.
Before you go on, and you can finish your theory, let me go on and tell you guys this. Everybody says, throw ping pong balls on the top and they'll look up. Throw some toys on the top and they'll play with the toys. Feed them floating food. That's all wives' tales. Okay? Here's the thing. Arowanas eat what they eat. Now, some people feed them like, frogs and mice at the top of the water. We don't feed live. We never do that. And in doing so, people say, oh, it was the mouse that grabbed his eye and made it turn down. That don't happen. Here's what happens. In every arowana situation, if they have too much fat buildup, there's a fat sac behind their eye, and it builds up, and then their eye starts pointing down because you'll see another lump right behind the eye, and the eye's pointing down. Well, you have to take that lump and cut it, and cut that fat sac out, and then the eye will go back up into its allotted space and be able to see again. There's been many different operations online. Look, even DIY Joey has done one. You can look it up online and look up, surgical eye, what's it called? Eye something?
Yeah, DIY Joey put out a video on how to do the surgery on an arowana eye. Sure, if you looked it up on YouTube.
Look up arowana eye surgery, and that'll bring up many for you, and you can see it and understand it. It's not from, a mechanical problem. It's not from not having, balls floating up top. It is from too much fat in their diet with their meat, and they get this protein, and it makes their eyes point down. So, that's facts. So,
Kathy Aponte says, I'm having a bad bacterial bloom. What can I do for it? Well, the best thing you can do right now is water changes. You can at least save your fish with the water changes daily until your filters grow enough bacteria that can take up and handle the new bioload on the tank.
So anyways, we were going to do a video on it, and then we saw Joey had it, so we didn't need to do a video. But we were going to cut out, we've got, 6 or 7 big arowanas that have drop eye. We were going to do a drop eye video, but then, we saw it to Joey's, and we figured instead of doing the surgery, which would, hard on the fish and hard on us, let's feed him different food, and we're trying to get them all to eat less protein by their, the food that we feed them, and try and get this to go away and see if we can do this. And, it is, they don't have a drop eye as bad. We haven't got it to eliminate yet, but, we're trying.
I've been growing out a black arrow, and he's probably about 2 foot long now and flawless. No drop eye whatsoever. It's all about consistency in the diet.
You didn't make
You don't want to feed too much.
Thank you.
We got the Fahaka guy, $10. Says the Fahaka is running low on cherry shrimp. I threw in some live red worms, and he gobbled those right up. Stay fishy, my friends. Yeah. So once the red worms stop working, I'd go
Hoover
ahead
for president.
Yeah.
and start trying clams.
What would you do as president?
I'd like to say hi to everybody. I've seen all your guys' comments.
What would you do as president?
I would change the world.
How?
How? I wouldn't give the rich a whole bunch of stuff. I would actually
Okay.
work for the poor and help the poor out, because there are people out here in the world that really need. And, a lot of these people that are becoming
Basically-
presidents are not helping them.
So basically, what Hoover said was free boobies for
Where's the
everyone. I don't know where you said it. There you go.
Thank you. Okay, so let me reiterate. You don't know what he's talking about. Okay? If one of us was to be president, for one, we're going to lower the price of gas, because the price of gas has gone ridiculous since Biden come in.
It's been going down a lot.
It's been going down. But the first thing Biden did when he came into office was to close down the Alaskan pipeline.
Let's not talk about this. Let's move on.
No,
we
no,
got
no.
a
No,
little
let's
bit
go.
of time left.
So I would, as a president, I'd open up that Alaskan pipeline and we self-sufficient our own gas. Okay, that's one thing. Two, I think the best thing that we could do, seriously, is to give our children,
Nope.
our
No.
children free
Nope.
college, free, the college loans.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. I think if you want to go and get the advanced education, you want to pay for it, you worked for that, right? You paid for it, you get that responsibility. What I would do is say, screw the federal tax system. Get rid of it all.
Oh, forget taxes. Yes, no taxes.
Goodbye. Okay, you can still.
I
put
love your way of
tax-
thinking.
You can still put your tax on gases, toll roads, stuff like that. You can still have state and city taxes, but screw the federal government and their taxes.
Yeah.
They take
I'm
way
not-
too much.
I'm not here to protect our government.
That would make a lot of people damn happy. Just saying.
Yes, that would make me happy.
Okay, scrolling down, catching up here, guys.
Josh for president now.
A modern day Robin Hood. Okay, we need fish questions, guys. We got probably about 15 minutes left. Let's go ahead and get them in there. We need to get invasive fish out of lakes, rivers, and ponds. Well, you see, that's a lot harder because there's selfish people out there who don't care about the habitat and the environment. They care about themselves. They don't want to contact Ohio Fish Rescue and give the fish up and drive them there. They'd rather just release them in their local pond because it's
Right.
easier on them.
Bigrich for president, Josh for vice.
Other way around.
No.
I think Hoover for president. That sounds good.
No, you can be the janitor at the White House.
No, we'll let you be the janitor and we won't tax you. How does that sound?
George Camid, let's go ahead and give a happy birthday shout out to Declan. Happy birthday, buddy. The Fahaka guy asked what kind of clams. He's still a small boy, 10-inch. You could do small clams or clams on the half shell. They will.
I don't
eat it
believe
up.
in clams on the half shell because the whole purpose for feeding your pupper is to, grind down their teeth, right? And they get clams on the half shell. They suck out the meat and never bite the half shell.
Never bite the shell, yeah.
I call bullshit.
I believe in this 100%. Now your fish is getting older and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing and its teeth are growing longer and it barely can close its mouth, and you're feeding it clams on the half shell. It sucks out the food, and that's it.
Okay.
It cannot grind down its teeth. So feed your puffers frozen clams, closed. Forget half shell. Forget that. Frozen clams of smaller size, and they have to bite through these frozen clams to get to the meat inside, which grinds down their teeth. Go ahead, take it away, big guy.
I call bullshit on clams in general. Because, there's these people out there who say, oh, if you don't feed your puffer clams, their beak's going to grow too big, it's going to go through their skull, and they're going to kill themselves.
They
Bullshit.
don't kill themselves.
Bullshit. I've had many friends who've never fed clams once in their life.
Get big teeth.
Their
they
teeth
do
get long.
Yes.
But
and
they do
it's
not kill
healthy
themselves.
for them.
They do
They
not
don't
kill themselves.
but it's not healthy for them. So forget what Josh has to say and listen to
And
Bigrich.
clams on the half shell are still fine if they're frozen.
They are not.
They are too. When Reaper feeds Lavaca clams, there are hundreds of fragments and half shells left in that tank. I guarantee you, if you
That
fed
she
her,
bites through.
I guarantee if you fed her clams on the half shell,
Oh yeah,
there
it'd
will
be cleaner.
There will be
It would
less.
be cleaner and
less
less
shells.
garbage, but less that she has to bite through.
But when she bites, when she actually
feed her
bites,
more.
Are you?
Feed her more.
You're not my son.
Feed her more.
My son is smarter than
when
this,
she actually bites, it sounds
Yeah.
like a firecracker.
dude. My fish bite through these clams and they grind off their teeth.
Yeah, but the frozen whole clams that are frozen shut,
Yes.
I've showed you that Lavaca cannot bite through them at all
She
times
does.
because
She
it
does.
takes her forever.
No, she does.
She waits until they
That's
open
good.
up and then she'll
Good
bite 'em.
grinding on her teeth. Great grinding. That's what we want.
Here, I'll tell you what. Forget what this old bat says and forget what I say.
That
Try
young
it
kid,
for
That
yourself.
young kid. he
Find
don't know
out
he's
what
talking
works
about.
best for you.
Yeah, no. It's he's
See now. All right, we got Mike Wynn, $200. Says thank you for coming east this weekend.
Mike, we're coming to you first, brother.
And
We have Hoover here. Finally, he showed up. Then we have Reaper on the phone. They're talking about leaving about midnight to 1 to 2 to 3 in the morning.
And I might have another guy just talk to somebody. They might be on their way. So
Okay. And then they'll be on their way out to your place. So 9-hour drive, and they'll be at your place at 10 a.m., 11, or 12.
And Mike, don't think I forgot about you. I did send that screenshot to the Reap so he can make that choice if he wants to. So he said that his wife's out of town. He can stay there if you guys want. If it's a late night, you guys want to spend the night.
Which night? Or which guy?
Mike Wynn.
Yeah, he's offered to let them stay there the night.
Yeah.
And I talked to Reaper about that tonight. Reaper don't want to stay the whole weekend. He wants to hurry up, get there, then go to Rod's, then go to Omar's, and then head back. And then there's like 7 other stops on the way back that he can pass or, So I told him, tell every stop on the way back, can you bring them to Route 80 and have them in a cooler? You can just take them and go. You don't have to stop, get off, drive 2 hours north, drive 2 hours south, and then back on the road. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying that route now. But we've got the 3 main stops, which is Mike Wynn, Predatory Pins, and then Omar Acevedo, whatever.
Okay.
The guy that sends us all them goddamn ducks. Thank you, Omar.
Nitro Dizzy says most colorful and attractive tank cleaners. What would you say?
You know me, I love Chinese algae eaters, the albino ones, but they're not Chinese. They're, what was the other?
Gold.
Not gold, not the color.
Siamese. We went over this.
Siamese, yes.
We went over this, and I proved you wrong. They're Chinese algae eaters.
Okay,
the
Chinese,
Siamese are
whatever.
flying foxes. they're related, but they're
Flying
not the same
foxes
fish.
are the ones that, if you go to the store and you ask for flying foxes, they will eat, immense amounts of algae. The Chinese algae eaters
Eat
we
more.
believe in that are better.
Eat
but-
more. They eat more. Just saying. Flying foxes can be complete assholes too. Just saying. So speaking of that, most colorful and attractive tank cleaners that I like is something completely different from him.
What?
I'm gonna have to say my fiance.
She's an algae eater.
She's a tank cleaner. When she's come over here and help.
So she comes over here, I can throw her in the tank and she.
No, they asked what's the most attractive tank cleaner, so I told them. But speaking of that, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret that I haven't even told anybody else about our wedding. We picked a date. We picked the time.
Really?
We picked the destination. So we're doing a destination.
I gave
wedding.
up on that. Okay, go on.
We picked a destination wedding. Gonna
Is
have
it in my backyard?
Mexico.
I can't go to Mexico.
Yes, you can.
I cannot.
You have to find someone to watch mom, and you can go.
For one, I have to find someone to watch mom for 24 hours a day. Two, I have to find somebody that will let me through the fucking
They swear jar, Jesus.
to let me through the
If they-
legal
if they
areas.
They will let you through. If they'll let Richie through, they'll let you through. Just saying.
I have felonies on my record
That's okay.
from 1988.
You are not banned from Mexico. You can get into Mexico.
I can't get into Canada,
You can get into Mexico.
but I can go to Mexico.
Yes.
So I just got to find somebody that'll watch Tracy 24 hours a day.
If you can go to Aquashella for a weekend, you can go to your son's wedding.
I
for a
can't. I
weekend.
just had to stay here. This weekend coming up is Aqua Show in Chicago. I had to cancel.
Well,
I cannot go.
you have a whole year.
They offered to pay my plane tickets and everything. And I
Whole
had
year.
to say no.
have a whole year to figure this situation out. But Mexico,
Dude,
diving
pass
with
that on.
whale shark, the hatching of sea turtles going on. We're going to have little Laura be our little flower girl. She's coming to Mexico with us. Going to be great. Going to be awesome. Honestly, I'm going to send the invites out. I don't give a crap if any of you come, but I'm sending out the
You
invites.
do too. Stop acting like that.
I'm just saying, like, it's not a requirement. You don't have to come.
I
I'm
wanna
sending,
come.
I'm sending out the
But you're
invite.
sending out invites from another country, and I have never had what's it called, a passport. I've never had a passport.
It costs $120
Okay,
and takes about 3 weeks.
okay, I don't have one.
Easy peasy. But just saying, we're sending out the invites to everyone. So
You're
we're
taking my
doing
granddaughter across the fucking. Oh,
swear jar.
sorry. Across the county lines.
I'm just saying, I'm getting no dowry from her for father, so I'm paying for this wedding.
Her father is not paying for the wedding?
Not at all.
Are you serious?
So we are paying for everything. So that's why we're doing the wedding and the honeymoon in the same stay. So we pay to go there. If you do like a couple nights at a resort, they might throw in the wedding package for free, depending on the resort that you go to. So that's our plan. Gonna have fun. And all-inclusive resorts, you don't got to pay for food, drinks. You just pay the one fee. You eat as much as you want, drink as much as you want, and all the activities are mostly paid for besides like
She
excursions.
said, once you eat and drink all you want, the only activity left is having sex, and it's free.
You remember when we went to Jamaica? We did deep sea diving, all this stuff. Like that
Yes.
sort of stuff is extra pay. So we want to go get our scuba certification, which in the States is about $3,000 at the place I want to go to. Down in Mexico, it's like $500. And you get to go diving with whale sharks. Right,
That's awesome.
right. So we got that.
Can I
and
go diving with you?
If you get certified, yeah,
It's only $500.
go for it. But that's
Does
the
it have
plan.
to be in Mexico?
That's our
Can
plan.
I get pre-certified?
I mean, you can, but it's more fun to do it in Mexico.
I don't know. I know they got some good tequila down there with the
Shut
wines in the
up.
bottle.
Here, watch. I put this over your
I'm
mouth.
not going in
Now-
the square
now you
jar,
certified.
Alrighty, so with that being said, that is brings us to our closing hour. We hope you guys had a great time tonight. We will see you all next
I
week
love you guys hanging out with us. Thank
on
you
yet
so
another
much.
Stay Fishy Friday. You know who might even got you guys. Next
Here.
weekend is going to be
Josh,
great.
me and you, we got to hold hands. Cross out. Okay, now let go of my hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Clap.
All right, guys. We will catch you all next week on yet another Stay Fishy Friday.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
As always,
Stay
Stay
fishy,
fishy, my friends.